49 votes. It's a glitch, I promise. And you're 41 now. All right, it's me!
Alex Stompoli, you have won the first shot of ambrosia this evening. Love of my life. What is this shot to?
As of today, this will be the 300th shot I've poured here at the Tavern. So this goes to every single one of you out there, every single one of you who works front of house, backstage, my cast, my family. Thank you for an amazing 300 shows in New York. It's been a fucking delight. Settle in, make yourselves at home. We have a few tavern-keeping items to go over before we embark on our journey together tonight. First, please make sure that you have scanned the fantasy QR code that can be found on the cast page of your playbill. This will ensure that you get to help make decisions over the course of our time together, and these decisions are going to help shape our quest. Please do not worry if you have little to no knowledge of Dungeons & Dragons. We are all here to help you create this once-in-a-lifetime story together. We have got your back. The first choice I am sending to you now is for you to choose the color of the sticker we have also given you this evening. They're either red, blue, or green because, yep, damn it, the free merch is for something! Now, if for some reason you have lost yours, did not receive one, felt the line of concessions was too long, so you decided to eat it, that's fine. Just choose whatever color you feel in your heart, everything will be okay. Also, we want to encourage everyone to take any photo and video you'd like over the course of our social media followers we make along the way. Yeah, we are the only theater in New York that will not yell at you for having your phone out. I promise I'm nice. I am not Patty LuPone. And to prove it, I'm taking my phone out first. This is our final show in New York. This marks 427 performances off Broadway. I am taking the ultimate selfie. Get everyone in there. So with all of that settled, our journey is about to begin. So sit back, play well, and prepare for adventure.
Chaos is a terrifying proposition. The danger of an unpredictable world, of an uncertain future, is so counter to our very natures that any change, even necessary change, can be a frightful thing. But in here, this dynamic landscape, tonight it's yours to explore. Our matinee, it shaped our world significantly. But now we hold the pen. We are going to venture bravely forth and tell this tale together. But what dangers will arise? How will we face them? Who might join us on our journey? Will they be a gremlin of chaos themselves? What decisions will all of you make to shape our collective destiny? Hot dog. It is time to find out at the 20-sided Tavern! And welcome to the very final New York City performance of the 20-sided Tavern. I am so glad you're here. Now let's kick our show off with a little bit of call and response. When we say ale, you respond and well met. Ready? Ale! And well met! Ale! And well met! Ale I love you all. Let's do that one more time. Ale. And well met! Welcome to the 20-sided Tavern.
It's time to leave your worries behind and dive into the forgotten realms one last last time, so we can figure out why 9 out of 10 adventurers can't remember what happened last session.
It's a land full of fantastical creatures like flunks, gibbering mouthers, and the fiscally irresponsible dino. Yes, the pterodactyl.
The fourth wall has been shattered, and the fate of the story rests squarely in your hands. Hello, my friend, in the amazing cosplay. What is your name? Kieran. Thank you so much for being here. We got you, Kieran. And the fate of the story rests squarely in Kieran's hands.
Yes! But not just Kieran. Each and every single one of you little Kierans out there will decide where we go, who we meet, and how our adventure ends.
Parts of the narrative we will decide.
Parts of the narrative you will decide.
Parts of the narrative will be decided by the glorious randomness that is, y'all know it, ready? The dice!
Here's an example. Let's say a decision has been made.
I decided to do a cool stunt.
The roll of a 20-sided die determines how successful we are.
A natural 20 is an automatic success.
I mean, the player does exactly what they want as well as possible.
All right, let's go. Come on.
However, some decisions.
I decide to cast a spell called Burning Hands.
Might not know what even plan.
A natural 1 is an automatic failure.
It means the player does as bad a job as possible, often with disaster.
I've got a bottle of tequila, 2 hands, who's got a lighter, baby?
Okay, so obviously these 2 rolls, they were just to teach you a little bit about Dungeons and Dragons, but to prove that this quest will in fact be left up to chance, I need one very brave, very thirsty volunteer. Matt, who you got for
Will
me?
you come with me, please?
Absolutely.
What is your name? Joey!
Joby? Joby, I love your color scheme. You took a bow right there. That is a great lesson in counting your chickens before they hatch. Joby, follow me right this way. I want to set you right here and introduce you to my friend Jasmine.
Hi, Joey. So on this tray I have the finest ambrosia. Ooh. It's apple juice and a dastardly poison. It's pickle juice, probably.
Now here's the deal. I'm asking you to make a perception check. See if you can tell which liquid is in which vial. The difficulty class, the DC here, is a 10.
However, the last time this module was run, about 4.5 hours ago, the audience didn't do so well. So we're going to give you a modifier. We're going to subtract 1 from whatever you roll. That's right. How you all do tonight will affect our first show on tour. So...
High enough, this is a lesson in consequences.
But we can't see what Joby is rolling on little teeny tiny baby dice. It's time to bring out what? Give it a roll, give it a spin, my friend. Let's see what you're working with.
Like a bowling ball towards us,
Let's go.
They have style, they have style.
And we all have luck like Joey, never facing consequences.
Give it up one more time for Joby, everybody. All right. Now that Joby has really inspired me to take out all of my itching for pain on our 3 players here, allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Connor. I will be your dungeon master today. That's right. I used to be just your game master, but now Daddy Hasbro says I can be whatever I want. What is a dungeon master without a rules lawyer with me on stage? The heart of all mechanics. The most beautiful man in the goddamn world.
I am, baby. You have picked an excellent partner in crime. You were talking to the gay son of an attorney who's been playing D&D since he was a child, and I worked at a Renaissance fair for 7 years. Yes, that's right. I'm here, I'm queer, and it is beyond Grindr, so well done. What? I'm unemployed as of tomorrow. I'm gonna have a lot of free time. So, we have also created a fantastic world for our players.
Let's see how they screw it up with us are.
Diego!
Who's really are your playable characters?
Now, hopefully by now you have seen scanned the fantasy QR code on your program, chosen your cohort, and aligned yourself to one of our character groups.
Now let's meet these groups, starting with your red team, Team Warrior, in the blue corner, Team Spellcaster, and the green machine, Team Trickster. Well, what is a quest without its heroes? Each of our players is familiar with 3 different characters.
Each with their own individual character sheets that highlight their various skills and abilities.
Some of us are better at punching and pummeling.
Inspiration and magic.
Sneaking and seducing.
As an example, this is my character sheet.
Ooh, as you can see, brimming with charisma.
But a strength score, which explains why I look like an answer to the question, what if Michael Phelps was a theater kid?
His special skills include persuasion, performance, and sleight of hand.
They're normal-sized hands. Stop
And
saying
look
that.
beautiful holding mine. His hit points or HP are looking very nice, and his armor class AC determines how hard he is to hit.
Last chance, go for it. Oh, that's so sweet.
All right, well that's enough of this. It is a grapple. Technically, you all have advantage, but we should talk about that.
Yes, let's meet your players, starting with your warrior, Diego. You have done this show for over a year. In this time, doing this show, what is one thing you have learned about yourself?
I think I've really learned that in this industry, it's often, there are people that are very visible in our spaces. But what I love about here and what I love about being at the Tavern is that it's always a collaboration. There's not a single moment where there are too many cooks in the kitchen because we always cook up something delicious.
Amen. With that, my warriors, get those devices out. Diego, choose your character.
All right, my warrior! The honor of the samurai, the ferocity of the Aztec jaguar, and the abs of Gerard Butler in 300. And I need to hear one last time your battle cry! All right, warriors. Now let's decide who I will be playing tonight and who will be leading this party to glorious victory. Will I be A, a knuckle sandwich artist, B, a chicken shining armor, or C, a trust fund titan? It's your choice.
It's going to be John Paul Human Man. John Paul Human Man, obviously just a normal human monk, definitely not two halflings in a trench coat. I never understand why people laugh at that. He is a skilled combatant, always described as fighting like he has an extra set of limbs, but he's a little clumsy and a little top-heavy. Mr. John Paul.
Hey, Connor! It's a pleasure to meet you! Paul, turn around, it's be polite. All right, just like in practice, buddy. Left, right, left,
Hey, John Paul. Hey, forgive me, I mean no disrespect, but you are going on quite the adventure, and you seem to be struggling with some very basic skills here.
Honestly, no, it's nothing like that at all. Me and Paul, we see eye to thigh on a lot of things.
I'm excited to see this collaboration. Head backstage, we'll meet you soon.
Onwards!
That is your warrior. Let's meet your spellcaster. Tell me one thing you've learned about yourself in the last year doing this show.
So I'm a person who can be very hard on themselves, and so there are times where I felt like I didn't do everything that I could have, or I didn't bring it all to the stage, and every time I felt that way, somebody has come up and said something really lovely and beautiful about their experience, and so I've learned that no matter how I'm feeling, I'm always enough.
Hey.
My beautiful mystical spellcaster! When I count to 3, I want everyone to yell out a number between 1 and 10. 1, 2, 3! Yes! I was thinking of every goddamn number. This is the most incredible audience ever. Okay, so tonight, do you want to see me be A, a contagious coney, B, a party hardy grandma, or C, an astrology hoe? It's your choice.
Zvezda. She is a dwarf ruled Driven by the cards, she firmly believes that everything is a sign, from the formation of the stars to an oddly timed sneeze. Though others may not always understand her machinations, she's always ready to give advice, interpret meaning, and blame all of her crit failures on fancy Mercury being in retrograde.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Svesta, are you okay?
Yeah.
I can't get a read on if you're doing good or not right now.
Okay. You're gonna have a long life.
Oh, that's good. Am I going to be happy for at least most of it? I'm going to have you head backstage.
Okay, bye.
Okay, that's your spellcaster. Let's meet your trickster. Get this party on the road. Tell me something you've learned about yourself doing the show over the last year.
As a kid, I struggled socially a lot, and fantasy and stories were my way of feeling okay, but it was a very solitary kind of thing. And this community has taught me that my favorite thing that made me feel safe, I can now share with thousands of people at the same time, because you have entered my world and you make it informed and give it sunshine, so thank you. These are now the property of Hasbro. My tricksters, for the last time in New York City, it is my absolute delight to present to you your choices for tonight's trickster. Will I be a cat burglar, a testy troubadour, or just a little guy? Tricksters, it's your choice.
Criminal mastermind who strives to do evil and spread his terrible influence throughout the land, but in truth, his actions usually result in neutral to even net positive results. Striking out from his family of 482 siblings, he has decided if you can't beat him, join him, and then take over the world later. Barry.
Hello, Connor.
Hi, Barry. Would you do me a huge favor? Would you count my bones for me?
You want me to count the bones in your hand?
I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah, you give a mouse a cookie, give a goblin a finger.
Few and too many at the same time.
Barry, you and I count bones the same way.
Yes.
You have done it. You have chosen your heroes, and now our adventure can begin. It is time to dive into the Forgotten Realms. One more time, we will battle monsters and solve riddles, and God's willing, save the day. So, are we ready, my little Kirans? Time to find out what kind of adventurers you truly are. The 20-sided Tavern proudly presents tonight's quest, the Tomb of Havoc. Yeah. our tale begins is blackened by constant threat. Those foolish enough to call themselves heroes work against insurmountable odds, but people whisper about a new dawn breaking. How could they not? Without hope, the inhabitants of this world would have little to live for, but for this moment, this instant, this breath, our world maintains. The heroes that protect the realm do so with little assistance and even less luck. And yet still, there are quests to be completed. There are side quests to be side completed. And the struggle for survival continues. We begin on the outskirts of one of the most influential cities in all of Faerun, the City of Splendors, the Crown of the North, or Waterdeep. There's so many Waterdeepians up there. Welcome to New York. Odd time for you to visit, but it is on a well-beloved side street between a fantasy pawn shop and a St. Joe's that our tale begins in a humble little tap house called the Curious Hedgehog. Yes, the Curious Hedgehog, a renowned way station for veteran heroes and first-time adventurers alike. It is in this humble boozery that so many lives have been changed, so many grand epics have begun, and our tale begins with the unlikeliest of heroes.
Smell that? That's the fresh air. Our first day post-graduation. You know, the Adventuring Academy was rough and tumble, but the professors matched us up for some reason.
No, I mean, you are the best fighter at the school. You were magma cum laude. And me...
Yeah, I made the magma really loud.
Believe me, I know that very well. I was right next to your dormitory at Adventure.
And you know, I'm the most perseverant. He said one day someone will accept me.
Yeah, no, resilience is important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, those Adventuring Academy superlatives, they don't mean anything. They voted me most likely to die.
Yeah, and you definitely will one day.
One day?
Yeah.
That's what I mean, you know, it's like they're calling their shots early. That doesn't determine who we are.
No, but I am going to call a shot.
Oh, what?
I think that the three of us are going to become the best heroes in all of Faerun.
You think?
Brilliant. So we have an idea of where we envision ourselves. The question of how we get there starts right now. It starts with a drink at the bar of the Curious Hedgehog.
Ooh, but first let's drink about it.
Okay.
You do celebrate your graduation. It is, in fact, a monumentous occasion. Hours go by, the revelry continues. Eventually, the bartender is a very kind man, a very jovial man with a big, beautiful, bushy red beard, sidles up next to your party. You wearing white. You said that this is your first time. You've never been to the show before. I would love to invite you to name our bartender. I just wish everyone could see the swath of like 15 people that leaned over.
Everyone in three rows went, have you heard of the name?
Did you say Tristan? Tristan with a Y. That was,
Yeah, but not what you think at the beginning.
It's always Tristan up with a Y, never Tristan with a how.
Okay. Great. So Tristan,
It's not bad.
Did you have a
this
stroke?
moment has always felt off to me.
Is it because when you put it on, you look like a PBS cartoon? Because we gotta fund that bitch.
It's not weird because here we are celebrating our final night and we have a beautiful cast of 9 actors and...
Tristan
with a Y.
With a Y. Hello there, adventurers. It's me, Tristan. Now that we're on the first name basis, what do you say we settle up the tab?
Oh, no.
Which of ye holds the gold?
Well, listen, Tristan.
Yes, that's me.
We are future great heroes, and naturally you would want us to not have to pay anything, so that's...
We still gotta pay back our student loan debt. I understand all of that. You have correctly identified me as quite a snack. Thank you very much. But we
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I do DM as well for this show sometimes, and these three are up to the usual player bullshit.
Yeah, sniffed it a mile away. So let's put it in the audience's hands. Our players are clearly trying not to pay the tab. They're going to try to talk their way out of it, but how? Are they going to tell Tristan the truth and make a persuasion roll, or are they going to try to lie to Tristan and make a deception roll? This is your choice. That shows the power of grassroots community organizing. Tell the truth.
Yeah, and the consequence here is that the difficulty class for this check is only a 15, so...
That's all players.
So easy.
Give me a d20 roll, add your persuasion modifier from your character sheet. I want to see who gets the highest.
You know, until now, I didn't even think I had a persuasion modifier.
Roll much point next?
Yeah! 14 plus 2, 16.
Please, says 12 plus 2 for almost. Okay.
This is a dice somebody just gave me tonight. First roll. That's an 11 minus 1 for attack.
Since we decided to persuade instead of deceive, 16 will be enough. If I may, I'd like to introduce another mechanic to the way we play D&D here. If a player's dice ever don't land properly, you can impact our story and call out for a reroll.
Now, rerolls are exclusive to D20 rolls, and when a reroll is called, both the player and all of you, our adventurers, are going to complete a challenge to see how successful that reroll will be. But keep in mind, we only have one reroll for the entirety of the quest, and naturally, we cannot reroll a 1 or a 20. And remember the last part, you're all going to forget and start yelling at me in an hour and a half.
So, with a 12, a 14, and a 16 on the table, do we use the reroll here or do we save it? Cowards. So, with a 16, John-Paul, please come lie to Tristan about why you can't pay your salary.
Here I am.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God, it's on autopilot. Come tell the truth about why you can't pay your salary.
I think I recognize Tristan. I remember seeing his photo up in the Alumni Association. Hey, Tristan.
Yep, that's me, Tristan.
John Paul, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You look well, young man.
I've just graduated from Waterdeep Tech, class of 25.
That's incredible. I always, whenever I meet, classic maneuver for us Waterdeep Tepians.
You know, it's just so great to be in the presence of such a storied alum.
That's me. So many things that I did back there at Waterdeep Tech. I passed all the classes. The ones in water and deep and tech. What do you say we sing the old Waterdeep Tech all the
Waterdeep, you're so deep. And, you know, we just got started on our questing adventures, and it would be really a big imposition if we had to pay this tab right now. Our funds are stretched low enough as it is, and the university's already asking for a donation.
Oh, God. They're not going to stop either, let me tell you. Every year they're going to be like, hey, 600 or 700 gold, you get a fucking t-shirt.
It just is absurd, and there's a lot of pressure on young adventurers.
I tell you what, friends, there's nothing an alum likes more than buying drinks for the recently graduated.
Thank you.
This one's on me.
The bartender reaches behind the counter and produces a small trinket.
Here you go. Yep, absolutely. Young man, I believe in you the most.
To symbolize that and any other items that you all acquire on your journey, you're going to receive an item card.
As a reward, you receive the free drink token.
Hey, and we'll see you back for alumni party weekend.
Yes, oh my God, I cannot wait for homecoming. It's going to be amazing.
It's the best. Don't let them tell you any different. The current students love having us back.
Yeah!
New York City, let's hear it one more time for Alex Murray. At this sudden moment, the door to the Curious Hedgehog bursts open. An elderly man stumbles in. Though he's visibly distraught, you are clearly in the presence of an immensely powerful wizard. Now, someone else has not seen the show before. Be honest, we're in a persuasive mood. Yes, right here. Who's our wizard called? Extraordinary name for a wizard. Taco stumbles into the center of the bar. It's coming faster than I expected, and you can see Taco's eyes are glazed over with a faint violet sheen.
Did you also room next to Svesta at the Adventure Academy?
And Taco coughs, and a fine purple mist escapes his lips and dissipates up into the air. It's coming for all of you! And as Taco breaks down, you get this certain sense that he's trying to communicate something vital, but you can barely understand him. How would you calm him down?
I could crunch on his Rap Supreme.
Crunch on his Rap Supreme.
I could Baja Blast him.
Baja Blast him.
And I'm gonna wrap him nice and tight in a goblin burrito.
Wrap him nice and tight in a goblin burrito. Okay, so we have 3 paths before us, all of which brought to you with the financial assistance of Taco Bell. Which path we walk down is your choice.
I'm just thrilled to see each one of them is thinking outside the bun.
I wasn't paying attention to my company's in class.
We're gonna Baja Blast him!
Contrary to several months ago, I now know what a Baja Blast is. So,
Connor had his first Baja Blast like literally a couple weeks ago.
it was wretched. What in D&D terms is this,
Oh,
however?
I'm gonna blast him with Gust.
Okay, great. Talk us through how that works mechanically.
Mechanically, the wizard's gonna make a strength save, and if he fails, I'm pushing him 5 feet away and hurting him.
Okay, great. So I'm going to roll a strength save, but before I roll, I want to include all our spellcasters in the audience.
Yeah, alright, so spellcasters, devices at the ready. You're going to do something called a multi-click. In a moment, a button is going to appear on your device, and you're going to tap that button as many times as you can, and your goal is for your collective taps to land the bar above that line up there. If you do, we're going to boost this Baja Blast by 5, and if you don't, we're going to subtract 3. So on my mark, get set, go!
That the wizard has a -2 to his strength modifier.
And now it is a DC 18 strength save.
Seems like I ought to crit right here.
You ever seen a wizard get yeeted before?
This was the dice given to me by our afternoon's DM, Cassidy Sledge, with which they performed a total party kill. So let's see what happens. But it's cooking for me. Okay, so you will succeed. Let's see what this looks like.
Let's go,
Oh, no, you're so upset. I know it'll calm you down. Have you ever been blown?
I think I need more context before I answer that question.
Oh, no, it's better if you just close your eyes and let me do something.
That's my Svesta.
And then she just conjures a gust of wind and it slams him.
And the wizard flies back several feet, knocking his head into the
Right.
hole on the other side of the curious hedgehog. And in fact, as he gets up, it's almost like you flip the on-off switch on him. Hitting his head has knocked a little bit of sense into him. It's restored some lucidity. All that pounding that his heart has been doing is now replaced with a bit of a pounding in his head. But it's
Like
one
when
that
you take the cartridge out and you blow on it.
a generational ally. This has been a success. He looks you and says, thank you for that, my dear. A great calamity befalls Waterdeep. I beg you to meet me at my home in the North Ward. I'll explain everything further. Just the right amount of bones. I had it checked last week. Thank you. And with that, in one spicy swirl of Mountain Dew and too much caffeine, the wizard vanishes in a puff of magic. And you begin your journey into the city of Waterdeep.
This is our opportunity. We're finally gonna live lost.
This seems like a pretty big adventure. Maybe we should, like, I don't know, rescue a cat from a tree or something?
No. We can't be hesitant.
I don't get it.
If it's thrust upon you, you gotta thrust back. I learned that from Svesta.
make a lot more sense.
Look, you're the best fighter in class, John Paul. You can do this, all right? Look.
That was always in class, though. I mean, these are real people, real world. They might try to kill.
Oh, you were supposed to block that.
You get the 1 before I make you roll damage against your party members. Your journey into the city proper is marked by an abundance of opportunities. Everywhere you look, the city seems shining and new. All these years of preparation, building yourself up to be heroes, and now here you are. No more instructors, no more classes, no more homework. It's idyllic. Somehow, even though it's your first day as adventurers, all of Waterdeep waves at you as you walk through the city. Now, since you were able to call Taco, he gave you directions to his home. Your journey is relatively smooth, but the streets still host many dangers, and you might have just wandered onto the front porch of something dangerous indeed. 3 figures step out from the shadows, holding clipboards, wearing smiles that are a little bit too wide. Hi, Waterdeep Techian!
No,
Have you been caught?
No.
Oh, you didn't even let me give you my pitch. You see, the Alumni Association of Waterdeep Tech is having
No!
such an incredible opportunity to show a little gratitude for the school that made you everything you are.
I just graduated. I've already folded on my own.
Listen, just give us a minute. Suck our dicks.
You have presented 2 very different options.
And you can do one then the other.
I made myself unclear. Perhaps I suggested there was some ambiguity in the availability of your responses. We are here to collect payment, the dues you owe.
Wow.
I thought there was like a month of forbearance or something.
What do you think we are? Student loans in the United States of America?
Hang on, point of order. What's the United States of America?
You should study a little harder. They draw weapons and begin encroaching upon you, those grins never fading from their faces. It is time to roll for initiative.
Yeah!
All right, we got from Diego.
That is a 19!
93, Jess.
Maybe 10 plus nothing, just as good.
Maddie.
Nice, 19! Plus 2, but math.
21.
All right, I'm
You
rolling
are
with
recent
a
grads.
plus 2 to my modifier. All right,
I'm 18.
So you are going to be first, Barry. Oh no, I'm so sorry, John Paul. You're going to be first. How would you like to kick off combat here? Give me some options.
All right, I can either audit their asses, or I can give them my GPA.
Warriors, vote A to audit their asses. Vote B to give them your GPA. This is your choice. Curiosity lost to a good butt joke. What do you got, Diego?
Yeah, I'm gonna pound their butt with my fists.
Yeah.
I'm hating the sentence the more I say it. I'm gonna punch them in the derriere.
I'm
Tenderize
really
them.
looking forward to this.
Yeah,
Roll for
roll test in front of all these people. You said, I'm going to fist them. I heard.
So this is gonna be 2 unarmed strikes followed up by 2 flurry of blows. So it's gonna be 4 attacks. Okay.
All right, next.
All right. So the lowest one is gonna be a 10, followed by a
10 will miss, everything else hits. So roll damage on 3 of those 4 attacks, and let's see what this looks like. Oh man, hell yeah. Barry, you'll be up next.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
John
Just
Paul.
graduated yesterday. Just give us some chance.
Oh, finest warrior in your graduating class?
I mean, that's what the student council said.
Yes. Well, the student council is easily persuaded to revoke their accolades.
Well, that's not the first thing you revoked from me. My brother came here on a full scholarship, and you denied him.
Oh, Paul, yes, I remember your application. Seriously lacking in extracurricular.
Oh, it's gonna be like that then. It's gonna be like that then. I learned that in chemistry class. And that's gonna be 15 points of damage.
15 points plus 1 long-term point of psychic damage as they live the rest of their lives wondering what that chemistry class taught you exactly.
It's not taught me that when there's an action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
I hate how you are with that response. What's up?
Technically, I think that's a physics principle.
I think that might have been in the wrong class all semester.
It's okay, listen, you did the sciences to me, so I could either go to the ATM, or I could wipe the grins off their faces.
Okay. Tricksters, A, to go to the ATM. B, to wipe the grins off their faces. It's your choice.
Okay, I think I have that.
Woo! All right, it's gonna be B, man.
Help me.
I'm gonna steal all their teeth.
And how do you propose to do that?
I'm gonna do it with my most powerful weapon, my Force Ballista.
Great.
Oh wait, no, I lied, I'm so sorry. Scorching Ray, plus 6 attack roll, meaning I can hit all 3 of them at once if I do this. So,
Great. It's a plus 6 attack roll.
okay, plus 6 attack roll, new dice, here we go. 6, plus 6 for 26.
12.
You don't need to lie, Maddie. Their AC is a 12.
Yeah!
This will hit as well.
All right. And you're hitting all 3 of them, babe?
Yes?
Great.
Alright, so what I do is I say, okay, I can't fight like you, John Paul, and I'm not sexy and smart like Svezda, but what I can do is overcompensate. And from a part of my pocket, don't ask questions, this emerges, and I line up, and I cast Force Ballista, hitting
Scorching Ray.
I mean, whatever, nerd! Aiming right for those juicy mouths.
Yes. The heat is too much. All that dental care begins to dissolve as their teeth plink, 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 like you opened a bottle of Tic Tacs.
And fillings.
How much damage does this guy?
Alright, dividing it evenly by 3, each of you takes 6 points of damage.
Extraordinary. Wait a minute, it got a minute. And a bit more ragged, a bit disheveled and teethless, they turn feral. The first one draws a blade.
Hey, don't blame him. He's always been curious about teeth. He's bicuspid curious.
All right, I'm gonna go down the line, lickety split. What is everyone's armor class?
John Paul's a 14.
14. How about Zvezda
13.
and Maddie? Barry.
16, come at me, nerd.
Okay. These all have a plus 3 to hit. 6 plus 3 will not hit John Paul.
6 and 9, baby.
Plus 3 will not hit Zvezda, but a 19 plus 3 will absolutely hit Barry.
No, the math doesn't check out.
The math matters. And you have just turned him loose. A side which has been kept tightly locked in him for years and years emerges, and he rushes furiously towards you.
What do I do?
And slashes you. Last show, baby, last show!
Damn it, you have that titanium spine installed.
8 points of damage, Barry. And now, Zvezda, you are up last. What's it gonna be?
I can either show him my extracurriculars, or I can get a hand.
Okay, spellcasters, A, to show them your extracurriculars. B, to get a hand. It's your choice.
We blew the wizard, now we're giving a hand.
Hey!
I'm gonna introduce them to my club.
Oh, that's cute. All right,
So that's gonna be a +5 attack roll.
roll to hit. We know their AC is a 12.
Sweet.
Tradition here at the 2020 Tavern.
Whenever a player rolls a natural 20, they wear a hat of celebration.
They also get a shot of celebration, and you're drinking tonight, right, Ben?
Yeah,
Hot
let me get
damn.
tequila.
Okay, here it is. What's this shot to, my love?
This shot goes out to all of you living out a dream, and also the lovely person who gave you these dice tonight.
All right, roll damage, double it because it's a crit.
Okay.
They weren't kidding, you didn't.
Also gotta unwrap some dice that I was given tonight. I gotta start rolling some crits, so.
You giving up on the DM gifted dice?
Yeah, it's not working for me. The magic was for Cass.
Hey guys!
Hi.
I heard that you were unimpressed with Paul's extracurriculars.
He was lacking, yes.
He was lacking in diversity of application.
I can't understand. It's like you need dental work. But I just thought maybe I could introduce you to my club.
Why did you put a plural at the
There's something
end?
wrong.
Because I was trying to make a pun. I'm gonna hit you now.
Right in the gums.
Yeah. 10 points of damage.
Flying across the alley, landing several feet down the road. They all get up, take one last look at you, and scram. Then escape, and this combat has been a success. You have proved yourselves in a way that, as first-year students, you only dreamed you could prove yourself. All of Waterdeep who was watching this encounter waves jovially out their windows once more, and will continue on your journey to the wizard's home.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
What could you possibly want?
Well, we have all of these witnesses
And teeth.
and
Yeah.
teeth. I need to prove I'm
Like-
a hero too. I'm gonna fucking steal.
We're going to call it a graduation gift. So, who has an idea of a strange object we might find? You are a little too ready for this. So I am nervous, but I'm going to go for it. What do you got? A set of braces. That's incredible. And here I am being a
For the loose
curmudgeon
teeth.
cynic. Yes. Yes, right here in the corner. Dentures. We have a theme.
Everyone here has an oral
It's like
fixation.
heads up right there.
Use dental floss.
Use dental. Okay, slowly it's gotten like a little rougher. Okay, right here. You're wiggling your fingers. Headgear.
And that's how Regina George died.
Alright, we're just gonna get one more right here.
Which would be stuff in the
Diabolical.
dentures, the headgear, and the bracelet.
It all comes to. I feel like I'm Dan Brown writing the Da Vinci Code right now. Okay, let's put all these together. It's clearly a dental themed gift. How do you want to shape this?
I feel it, like they've robbed a trash bag of like a dentist. Like it's just like a throwaway from a dentist.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, okay, great. It's like one of those Ziploc bags you
It's
can
like a biohazard, teeth parts. Great.
Okay, we are going to create this item card together. I have a Sharpie. And you
Sure,
have
like a blank
blank.
item card. This is cool. Something you find at Port Authority.
It looks like this fluorescent orange bag belongs to a guy named B. Iohazard.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, this is a dental office. The tooth, and nothing but the tooth.
I never really understood the whole orthodontics warrior
This is the best day of my life. Orthodontics.
It's so nice. I love this for you.
Oh, thank you, Spesta. It really means the world to be holding loose teeth with my best friends. Oh,
I somehow knew you had one over there.
Mr. Clean!
No, I just started working here.
Please, Mr. Oh, it's such an honor. So you got all my fan letters?
I did. And Barry, I thank you. I've signed an autograph. I've put it in the mail. Weird that you asked for me to be naked holding the eraser there.
Not weird,
But I-
natural. Please, may I spit this tooth in your mouth?
I turned my back for 1 minute and you're spinning. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Dreams have come true.
I know. It's
Hear that?
Friends, it is my privilege to present you with the biohazard tooth. You have your item, and now, without issue, you make your way to the wizard's home. But as you reach your destination, it is quiet. Your attention is seized by something alarming. Through cracks in reality, that same foul purple mist winds out onto the street before you. This same calamity wizard warned you of, the danger that you will soon face, but not yet. You shake the strange magic from your minds. You turn to the home in front of you where you seek the wise and mystical Taco. You knock at the door to his home and you're greeted by his apprentice, a lanky young man whose name is what? Hang on. You're raising your hand right here on the aisle. Eggplant.
As in the emoji.
Hi! I'm Eggplant!
Oh my god, wait! Eggplant!
Oh my god! What? Barry, Barnabas, to Svesta, John Paul!
I saw you in the shoe!
It seems like we might be about to hug.
Yes, absolutely!
Right, guys, Oh, is John... Are you okay, John Paul?
Oh, he's shucking oysters!
They're good for my potassium.
Listen, I know that I signed your yearbook, have a great summer, and I didn't expect to see you for a while, but here we are. What brings you to visit Wizard's home?
Well, we're gonna practically apply all of our lessons adventuring.
Wait, really? You got an opportunity this early?
I mean, the wizard kind of just met us where we were at, and then lo and behold, we're out here on the deep end.
Oh wow!
Best of blew him away.
That's incredible. I'm really happy for you guys. The job market is like crazy out there. I would hate to be unemployed tomorrow.
Never gonna happen.
Wow.
We always tend to find a way to land on our feet. That Waterdeep tech degree is really worth something nowadays.
That's great. That's great. And I'll be assisting you, I guess. I'll be helping you out. In fact,
It'll be like the group projects we always did in school.
Yeah.
well,
And you've done really well for yourself. Look at where you're living.
Yeah.
oh, thanks. Unpaid internship, as they are often, but I'm happy to, put in some work. And anyway, I'm rambling. Let me introduce you to the wizard. And Eggplant beckons you inside and closes the door behind him. In the center of the home, you see the wizard deep in work. He looks up, his eyes brighten when he sees you, and he says, "Oh, thank you so much for coming. I have so much information, a bit of an exposition dump, please forgive me." But the room around you seems to dissolve as the wizard story comes to life. Over a century ago, I worked with a powerful wizard.
Ooh.
They were awe-inspiring.
Awe-inspiring name?
Yeah, like name.
One more name, please. Hang on. On the aisle here, also a gentle hand.
Thematically appropriate.
Did y'all eat before the show?
You must understand my guacamole. He used to just come with me. No extra charge.
Those were the good old days.
Indeed, they were, and we thought we'd be inseparable forever, and then things changed.
Oh.
We worked together for years and years and years. We pushed the boundaries of magic, of power. But we were young and arrogant and thought the price of avocados would stay roughly the same. Guacamole. I remember Guacamole sought to stitch a part of the weave into his body. He was successful, but at a great cost, for that thread of magic within him was corrupt. They grew into a force of pure chaos, of unparalleled destruction. We called this force the Havoc. When a council of wizards, the Watchful Order, learned of what we'd done, they cast me out. Chided me for allowing our study to birth such wickedness. And I said, "But have you even heard of the chimichanga?" And they said, "Yes, we've heard of it." And I threw up my hands in exasperation. As for Guacamole, you're very sweet to me, Snob. Thank you so much. As for Guacamole, they imprisoned him in a hidden tomb, bound him in a stasis that kept him and the havoc within him frozen and inert. And as we all know from living our 20s, Guacamole does not freeze and thaw very well. Well, now something has gone wrong. The binding is failing. Havoc infects Waterdeep once again, warping everything it touches. We must act now before our entire reality is destroyed. Here's what I need from the three of you. Please, search Waterdeep, gather the most powerful magical items that you can find. We will need 6 in total to rebind the Havoc into the tomb and seal it away. In fact, take this to get started. And the wizard hands you a very powerful magical item, the earring of huge musculature.
Oh, wow.
I want to do a little check-in because this is our game and I want to make sure everyone understands. We are setting out to find 6 magical items and use them to rebind the Havoc within the tomb. Now, a magical item can be either very powerful or very weak, depending on your success or failure in what you did to achieve it. So, for example, Zvezda succeeded at blowing the wizard. Please. And so you got the very powerful version of that item. Does that make all sense? Does that all make sense? Okay, great. So your purpose is clear, and now you head back into the city to gather these items and hopefully save the world.
Man, Guacamole's letting the Havoc loose. Well, if I may be the devil's avocado, maybe this is just a natural order of things, you know? We learned about it in our natural sciences classes. Chaos ebbs and flows.
No, but once something is dead and gone, you don't resurrect it. This isn't holy guacamole.
So the complexity of Waterdeep is abundant yet conceivable. It's broken down into wards, 3 of which are available to you now, but you won't have time to explore one. We have the Castle Ward, home to masters of might and magic, the Sea Ward, a hotbed of invention, or the Dock Ward, where busy activity masks many secrets. So, this is a pivotal crossroads. Will you choose the Dock Ward, the Sea Ward, or the Castle Ward? It's your choice.
Okay, first thing in adventuring 101, you have to acquire resources from the West District. So, weapons?
The Castle Ward!
Excellent. You decide to check out the Castle Ward, and the apprentice bids you farewell.
Oh,
This is so exciting.
whoa, were you behind us the whole time?
At a respectful distance.
It's just always weird being chased by eggplants.
I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm losing myself because it seems like just yesterday we were all staying up late and cramming for tests and...
All those days on the sunny quad, you know, knocking back drinks and studying.
Do you ever worry that, I don't know, that those was the best days and that what lays ahead it will be a...
I think they were good days. I think they were the best days in the moment, but that doesn't mean better days aren't there to come. It's not a competition either, you know?
Sure. It requires bravery of a different kind to believe in the possibilities of the future, not knowing what they hold.
Yeah.
Well, I think that you just take every day as is, you know? I know that my family disowned me early, and finding these guys, it was just struggle every day. But now look at me. Best of friends, bright future, pocket full of teeth.
Wow. Let me say, that was just a continuous roller coaster, and I never knew what was going to happen
I'm told
next.
I'm emotionally exhausting.
But we still love them anyways. I mean, it is insane to see how far we've come. You know, us, just the sons of a lowly oyster fisherman. It really is so, like, it was my father's dream to see his sons graduate from the Venturing Academy.
I'm just living my life. I come from money.
I guess that's what we can do. And what tomorrow brings, tomorrow will bring. And if I have friends like you, then I feel pretty good about it.
You know, your hair makes me think of something when you talk about tomorrow.
Friends, clouds descend. The sun is being blackened out. Perhaps, for one final time, it shan't rise in the morrow.
No! Man, I'm so glad you double majored in poetry.
Me too. It's also nice to see you, Sandy. I know Daddy Warbucks was right there staring me in the face, but I made a choice.
That's fine. You call me Daddy when the show's over.
The apprentice Vals gives you another double thumbs up and heads to search for the location of this tomb. You make your way toward the Castle Ward. The impressive structure of the Castle of Waterdeep looms overhead, and you meet standing guard out front an elven member of the City Watch whose name is what? Hang on, I'm such a sucker for the jazz hands. What do you got right here in the horns? Kalon. Brilliant. Kaylana it is.
Kaylana?
And as Stomp writes down that name, it is my great pleasure to say another name real loud and with my whole chest. R.J. Christian!
I'm Kaylon. Kaylana.
Kaylana, yes? Kaylana.
Got it.
We like Kaylana.
We like, oh, hell yeah.
Well,
That fit on my big ass head?
oh yeah.
Very nearly.
Oh man,
Oh, it's like half-mast.
Dean Kaylana.
Dean,
It's
hello,
the-
Dean.
Good to see you, Dean.
Yes, isn't these three troublemakers? Every time I see you, something's happening. Somebody's teeth are getting knocked out. Somebody's getting blown, or whatever you two do.
Hey,
I eat oysters.
yeah.
Oh, somebody's shucking some oysters.
Whoa. Now listen. I know that we vexed you a lot, but we're
Yes, I'm
graduates.
vexed.
I know, but we're graduates now, and listen, we're on a quest finally.
We got job security right after graduation.
Job security.
Yeah. Tooth.
You know I love teeth.
Listen, Dean, there's been a lot that's been happening. Dean Kaylana, the world's about to end, and honestly, I just barely passed your Saving the World 103 class. If you could help me out with a little extra credit, a magic item, anything, man. Just one more for your old teacher's assistant.
Well, I've been saving up for my own private scholarship inside this room. But,
The Dean Kaylana National Scholarship.
you can read my handwriting. It's brilliant. But to get in there, you have to pass one final test, my friend.
Oh, please, oh, come on. I thought we didn't need to take tests anymore after we graduated.
Don't worry, it's a one-sentence riddle. It's very easy.
This is my nightmare.
You see a riddle carved on the frame of the door, a series of glowing glyphs. Here's how we're going to go about solving it. Stomp is going to send a riddle to your devices. You will have 60 seconds to pass this final test and enter the correct answer. Stomp, what is our exam?
I am just 6 letters, but you're everything. So,
Thank you.
enter the answers, unlock this door, and get to the dean's quarters. It's your choice. And I'll read that aloud one more time. I am just 6 letters, but you're everything.
Do y'all want a hint? Think Fast and Furious.
Alright, my players, go ahead and start making your way back to the stage for me, please. Because that is time. And enough of us got this correct. This has been a success. And that answer was what? Family.
The door to the supply room creaks open. Kaylana ventures inside with the 4 of you.
Yes, as you can see, oh, you passed shuffling class, that's very good. Yes, these are the fine wares of the Kaylana scholarship, that's the word. I went to college, yes. Take a look around.
Kaylana has not done a great job organizing the room, so why doesn't everyone give me an investigation roll and see if we can be a bit more focused in our search?
That is a 12 plus 1 for a dirty 13.
Okay?
Investigation.
Let's go.
4 plus 2 case.
Okay. Up to Barry. 16 plus 3 for 19.
So Barry, your attention is drawn to one side of the room where you can see a pale amber light glowing from behind a series of crates.
Ooh, go to the
You
light.
look at a couple different pieces of equipment, armor, and you notice one thing in particular. Of course, when I say notice, what I really mean is that you watch a suit of animated armor lumbering to life, stumbling towards the 3 of you. Oh, RJ, you're so kind to do double duty, but our director, Michael Fell, is in the audience.
Oh my
Fell wants to play with this animated suit of armor. Alright, take it away, big scary suit of animated armor.
My God, he's beautiful!
Oh my God! Oh
And
my
this giant suit of animated armor, before he brings this hammer down upon you, he engages in the most moving soliloquy. Dynamic pentameter that you've ever heard.
Find your light.
Cheat out, like you always told me.
I'm going to fuck you all up.
Beautiful! So, it's going to take a little more to incapacitate this armor, but I want to be strategic here. Do we want to go about it with our cunning dexterity or with our brute strength? This is your choice.
Okay. Alright, what do we think? Adventuring 201.
I'm not good at either of those, so you guys have
Right. Our cunning dexterity.
Excellent. So one of our heroes is going to make an acrobatics check to take down our boss, but you get to decide who, our warrior, our spellcaster, or our trickster. This is also your choice.
no.
I feel like you as a monk have a great ability for it.
I know him gets milk inside.
Our trickster.
So before Maddie rolls for acrobatics, all our tricksters in the house will assist her.
All right, so my tricksters, get those devices out and at the ready for me. You're going to be doing a little bit of a different challenge. You are going to be doing something called an over-under. This is very similar to the multi-click we all saw earlier, but the goal this time is for your collective taps to land the bar in between those two lines up there. Land it just right, I'm boosting this roll by 5. Too far over, not far enough, I'm taking away 3. So, on my mark, get set, go!
Come on, let's keep going. Watch this. You got it.
Can you tell me down?
Yeah, let's see where we're on, Maddie. We're adding 5.
Okay. Woo, sorry. 7 plus 1. Sorry, for acrobatics, plus 2 plus 5, so that is going to be
14.
I'm so
Cosmic
sorry.
Omen!
Now, Jack, tell everyone what Cosmic Omen is all about.
I'm gonna roll a d6. If it's an even number, we'll add to that. If it's odd, I made it worse.
You want even, I want odd.
2 for 6.
Changes everything. With a wheezing roar, you fell this animated armor. But the animated armor has one last thing to say, something that moves you all to tears.
Oh, come see us on tour.
These advertising robots are really getting out of hand.
Thank you. Oh,
You receive an incredibly powerful item.
Wow.
Bursting from its chest. Kaylani congratulates you on receiving
Yes.
goggles of good looking.
take it wisely. Keep it safe. And Spencer, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, okay, hi.
Why are you hanging out with those idiots? You got all straight A's.
No, they're my friends, though.
I know you have friends,
Yeah.
but without them, you'd be like 10% smarter.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Hey, Spencer, look what I can do.
Just
Yay, that's really good, Barry.
Just think about it. I have an internship waiting for you if you ever want to leave those two chuckle fucks.
RJ Christian and Michael Fell. With your very powerful magical item, you make your way out of Castle Waterdeep and you bump surreptitiously into Eggplant.
Hi.
Hi.
Eggplant.
Hi. Hi, Vesna.
Oh, hi.
Oh, shit.
What?
What? Don't stop. Be cool.
Okay. Wow, you should compliment Svezda right now.
Barry, you have the subtlety of a boulder.
No, it's not. I mean, no, it's not like I haven't wanted to.
You what?
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
I just said that you were the nicest person I've ever met before in my whole life.
Oh, you're the nicest person.
Says that I don't know, something about the apocalypse potentially waiting around the corner. It makes me feel like this stumbly attitude I could perhaps leave it to the side for just a moment and open a window briefly with which I might be able to speak from my heart.
We're outside.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's like a metaphor. If we don't make it, which obviously with you in the party probably won't happen, but I just want you to know that I've had the best time being your study buddy for the last 4 years.
You have been an incredible study buddy.
You make me smarter, and you make learning fun, and you make the world seem more colorful and smell good.
If you rotate the marshmallow frequently, it prevents it from burning all the time.
Anyway,
Okay. Oh, window.
did you want to say? Did you want to?
Oh yeah, no, we can leave it open. That's fine. Although if you close it, sometimes the door opens.
So, you continue on your journey, and the next best location to search seems to be one of these two shops. They're both impressive buildings, but you only have time to explore one. May I ask for a perception check? I want to see if you notice what might be special about one of these buildings.
I got 4 eyes.
So actually, that's... Oh, you might roll a crit. Let's see the rest of them.
Let's go, Jazz.
13.
Don't disappoint me, Maddie.
Here's
For
a
3,
3.
16, great.
That's a 3.
Okay, so John Paul, you take the lead on this. And it's very clear to hear, John Paul, with your 4 ears, that from the right, you just hear the everyday sounds of the market, but from your left, you hear a frenzied shouting and a loud crash. Which will you visit? It's your choice.
Hey, come on, calm down. That makes John Paul all excited.
Maybe all the marshmallows.
Yeah, I know, he's a pretty low sugar tolerance.
Oh, we're going left.
You choose the building on the left, you enter the tailor shop, a once beautiful storefront now in shambles. You see a halfling running around whose name is what? Right in the middle. You got me on those little shaky hands. Terry with an I. Let's not get fucking crazy in the eye. Terry with an I.
It's Terry with an I, because Terry with an I
What do
goes...
you think?
Sorry, I'm doing the last one.
We've just named another NPC, and I think we all at this point know what that means. It means that I have the pleasure of introducing you to the greatest DM at the 20-sided Tavern, and the person who taught me everything about this role.
Yes!
Cassidy Sloan. Cassidy with an eye.
You wear one piece of every costume you have.
Fucking-lutely, I am.
All right, calm down, Terry with an I.
I, Terry, now on Disney.
I'm a DM, I'm getting in a costume.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god. I know you guys. Svesta?
Hey!
Svesta Pretzquetzalcoatl?
I know I haven't been in a while.
Oh my god, wait. How do we... Oh my god. You were the team captain for Waterdeep Tech in the Adventure Olympics. Oh my god, you came in second, right?
Yeah, I did. Just to you though, but you know, it was fun.
No offense, you went to Waterdeep Tech and I did go to Baldur's Gate University, so...
hey! Off-brand Mr. Peanut.
Yeah?
You got a problem with Festa, you got a problem with all of us.
I mean, you guys literally came in second to us. We already beat you, but like, whatever.
Wow!
Well, actually, we're all here to get some custom suits. So you can just measure my friends and put it on my tab. Thanks.
Yeah, measure me, baby.
There's one little problem with this. Though you might be inclined to help or not, depending on your own heart's choice, there is something in the way. A wooden chest, which seems innocuous at first, suddenly splits down the middle,
Oh no.
like a wicked smile, revealing a nasty tongue and razor-sharp rows of teeth. That's right, a mimic has invaded the tailor's shop.
I want the tea. Wait, hang on. I want the tea.
Okay, here. Here's the deal. What if you guys, if you get this mimic, I'll give you something really nice.
Oh, look at him chase the Monopoly Man.
Cassie, can you back up? What's going on?
Can you help me out here, Stone?
Yeah, I got you, BB. We started this together. We'll finish it together. You know what? Let's do some teamwork. We've been bringing stuff up. Let's have them do a round of fantasy darts.
We're gonna play some fantasy games. 3 volunteers, 1 from each cohort.
What's your name? Raven.
Who do we got, my friends? Raven. Hello, Raven. Raven and Jess. All right, I got a Raven, I got Jess, and I have?
Travis!
And I have Travis. Give it up for our volunteers. Friends, in just a moment, you're going to be playing a round of fantasy darts. You will not, however, be throwing real darts. You'll be throwing little Velcro-covered balls.
Yes, you are going to have 30 seconds to get as many darts as you can on our fantasy dartboard here. They will only count if they land in that middle section. I need 16 total to call this a success, and no throwing fistfuls of darts, or I will turn this game around.
If we do succeed, you notice we have red, blue, and green balls at the end of the challenge. Whichever cohort has the most of their balls on the board will get a little treat. However, we will make your lives a little more difficult. Stage management. Please kill the lights. Friends, on your mark, get set,
Go! Channel 127 Tavern! Make some 20 seconds left! 10 seconds! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is time!
Congratulations, all. Give it up for our volunteers. How do you fare?
All right, my darling, we caught a total of 12 darts, which was a valiant effort, but unfortunately is a failure.
Unfortunately, indeed. I'm going to hand this over to your esteemed talents. Play the scene however you'd like to play it.
Okay, great. So the mimic comes through, and it bounces and has a dangerous case of the zoomies, and it bites not me, all three of you.
Cassidy, what kind of damage would you like to roll?
Can we go like 2d8?
You psychopath.
Will your bloodlust never be sated?
Never.
You will each take 12 points of damage.
Wow.
It's all right. It only hit an artery.
No, it's okay. There's still a tooth here. Mine.
I'm so surprised the second place team wasn't able to defeat a mimic.
And then it comes after you.
Yeah.
I don't know, does it?
I don't think it
It
does.
doesn't seem like it does. In fact, the mimic bounces up to Terry with an eye, suddenly rolls around, exposing its underbelly for some scritches. It seems like this mimic was obeying Terry with an eye's commands from the very beginning.
Then I attack Terry.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna attack Terry.
We're going to do it like this. We're going to make a contested attack roll.
Perfect.
We will each roll a d20. Whoever comes off the highest is going to be the one dealing damage to the other.
I think it's only fair. You got a TPK this afternoon, so we're gonna kill you.
What if we don't?
Okay, one attack. And that's going to be from Maddie.
I hear you. Now, you only have the one, so I know you know, but I need everyone to agree. So if you would like to save your reroll, let me hear you. Yes! If you would like to use it, let me hear you.
Barry, what is your attack modifier? What kind of attack are you doing?
It was gonna be a strength-based attack.
Right, so what feat of strength will you demonstrate for
I'll
us?
do some push-ups. Let's go.
Now, here's the deal. This is a contested check, so both Maddie and Cassidy will be doing You said you didn't want to wear your fancy dress in case you had to roll around.
Okay, so then here's what's going to be happening. I need everyone out there to get your devices out and at the ready. I need to get the magic prepared for this. 1 second, because this is a lot of people. I haven't had to do this kind of math in a minute. We are going to be doing, great, here we go. We are going to be doing a very challenging, there's multi-clicks. So you've seen them before. The goal is for your collective taps to lay on the bar above that line up there. You are going to have, brilliant. You are going to have 3 chances to complete 2 of these. That's all I need to call this a success.
And if you can do more push-ups than Maddie, you can roll 1d4 against her. So, line it up.
All right. On my mark, get set.
I count for Cass, you count for Maddie.
Go!
Wild. I need three. They are not slowing down at all.
Keep pushing, friends!
Pushing it, keep pumping it.
We're done. That's all I needed.
Oh, that's it. All right. Well.
Of the official push-ups that were counted, I counted 22 for Cassidy.
And since Maddie doesn't know when to quit, I counted 24.
Excellent. So, Maddie, we'll be rolling with the advantage to attack. Maddie, this is all you.
Okay.
With advantage, we'll take the highest.
All right, let's go, y'all!
Okay, 13.
13.
All right, let's imbue all our energy. Let's make this a 20.
It's a 13.
It's not plus anything, it's depending on what Cassie rolls.
Yeah, it's contested.
This is my TPK?
Yep.
Yeah. But you will get that a D4 since you did more push-ups.
What?
Roll it. Roll a D4.
This isn't spicy.
The ties will go to the player, so a 2, a 3, or a 4 will take this. Alright. The attack hits, I won't make you roll damage. This is an NPC with no meaningful HP bar, so.
You said no meat.
The seed is in both of your hands. Do with it as you'd like.
Come at me, bitch.
Round one!
My beautiful smile is gone.
Now, you have bested Terry, but we need to press forward in this narrative.
Oh, it's Terry, no teeth. Terry, no.
Terry is in a daze, so I put this question to our audience. Without Terry's assistance, because we're just fine on our own, will we search and try to grab an item from a vest that is still intact, or from the pin cushion on Terry's counter? It's your choice.
Okay, you look great in vests. But you're always like, where can I put my pins?
Oh, yeah.
The pin cushion.
Poking out of the pin cushion, you find your prize. I am sorry to say, you have received the weak item, the needle of self-imposed acceleration.
Hey, choose. Terry, choose.
Mediocre item for a mediocre team. Better luck next year.
It's fine.
Cassidy Sledge, everybody!
Please have a smile.
Saying farewell to Terry with an eye, and us saying goodbye to Cassidy Sledge. Suddenly, the ground around you is rocked by a massive explosion. Something terrible has just happened elsewhere in the city. Smoke billows, flames nip at the city's skyline. Your surroundings become a little too familiar, and you realize this is Taco's home engulfed in flames. The burning pages litter the air, and you spy a mop of red hair emerging from the threshold of the home. The wizard, unconscious in his arms. I'm so sorry, friends. I couldn't do it. I didn't study enough in medicine, and I couldn't resuscitate him. He lays the body of the wizard down at your feet.
No,
There's no pulse. I am so... And in the moment, in the word of this apology, the sound around you quiets. You see, as the apprentice is yanked 6 feet on the air by an unseen force, his jaw drops low, and suddenly, a whole wisp, a tendril of that purple smoke emerges from his mouth. His eyes cloud over in purple, and speaking from his maw, but in a very different voice, you hear, "Oh, hello, heroes. Perhaps introductions are in order.
Yeah, start there.
You may call me the Havoc. The very force I believe you are trying to stop.
I thought you were meant to be in Avocado's body.
I have such big plans for the future. You can never pin me down. I moved from Guacamole's body, now to the apprentice's body, and soon to every willing puppet out there in Faerun.
But I'm not willing.
Well, we shall see about that, won't we? The apprentice wasn't willing either, but now look what he does. And the apprentice's eyes again flash that brilliant purple. His skin begins to fall away from his body. You watch in horror as Eggplant's form shifts. Fractured horns burst through his skin. The Havoc transforms him into an abyssal demon. The most dangerous entity your party, possibly the world, has ever faced. And as the Havoc builds, the demon's powers grow, threatening to conquer, corrupt, and devour your very plane of reality. Is where we're going to take that intermission. We will see you in just a moment, but until then, ale! To continue to tell this story. Previously on the 20-sided Tavern.
On last act's episode.
Taco's apprentice, Eggplant, had revealed himself to be possessed by the Havoc. The Havoc transformed his body into a demon, hell-bent on releasing this force of chaos. You watch helpless as your former friend, now demon, towers over you, chaos magic crackling over his infernal form. He raises his fist to strike down upon you when suddenly, from the rubble, a fireball flies toward the demon. Rising out of the ashes, bloody, burnt but still breathing, Taco rises. I am back to take down. Oh, he's a demon now, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's a little bit worse than it was before.
It's a little frightening, Paul, and I feel the same way.
So, in this situation, I realized that I can't have a conversation with myself. We're quickly running out of other cast members to call on stage. However, we have not entirely run out of special guests.
Yes. Tonight we have something special. Joining us for the first time is our wonderful producer. Put your hands together for David Carpenter!
Creator and executive producer of the 20-sided Tavern, David Carpenter. You will be playing our wizard, Taco. You've seen this a million times. You came up with it. You know the drill. Get cloaked up and we'll get this party started.
Look at this gorgeous man making his off-Broadway debut.
Climbing out of the rubble, the wizard, Taco, rises. With a fireball of his own, he staggers the demon. How could you? Oh, chaos is inevitable. Only a fool believes otherwise. Wielding the Havoc, I will remake this world as it should be, ripe with entropy and disorder.
Heroes, this is very bad. The Havoc is a corruption of the weave, a blight on the face of magic. We can't let it escape further into the world.
No, please. Once I reach Guacamole's sarcophagus, it will be too late. The Havoc will be mine to command.
Then we will have no choice but destroy you and bind that foul force for good. Speaking of good, I, David Carpenter, would like to say, what a fucking good time I'm having.
You will never stop me. And with a hiss, the demon darts past your party, scurrying toward the outskirts of the city.
Quickly, after him!
At Taco's words, you race after Eggplant, every bit of your focus on bringing this demon to justice. You dodge left. You dodge right. You dodge left again. You dodge right and leap and duck under a low-flying pigeon. You crash through a swarm of enchanted dancing beetles and they bite you. Their venom courses through your veins, infesting your muscles and forcing you to dance like no one is watching. Eventually, the dancing ceases. Your pursuit leads you into Waterdeep's most beautiful ward, the City of the Dead. Gravestones and mausoleums abound. You finally corner this demon. You ready a defensive stance as the demon prepares a deadly attack. And this is where the veil slowly shifts between fantasy and reality. David Carpenter rises as the wizard and addresses you all directly.
Thank you all. So, this is my moment to indulge everybody and myself for 1 second here. Our creative director Michael Fell told me that I had to make a brief speech, so I'm going to apologize now to him. So, I'm so deeply, deeply proud of what we've accomplished here in New York City, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone in this building and beyond to make this happen every day. This show was born during the pandemic. While I was creating shows online that used my Gameotics technology to pave a new way forward with interactive storytelling. What made this idea so different, and what made me decide to dedicate the last 4 years of my life to it, was from the very first performance we ever did of a thing called Seize the Dragon back in the day, was the enthusiasm that we got from the fans. The passion that we got and received, that reaction is what drove me forward. And all of you have sustained us, where we started at the basement of a Christie's grocery store, all the way to Pittsburgh, to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, to Chicago, and then here to Off-Broadway. The amount of love and gifts that we get have been amazing, but throughout this time we have been able to not only entertain, but we have delivered messages of love, diversity, inclusivity every night. We forged connections across many, many different communities. And we have shown kids and teenagers a world where gender isn't a topic of political discourse and being a nerd and a gamer is cool. So, for the queer theater kid and avid video gamer, for me, who grew up in Atlanta in the 1990s, I've been able to bring something to this stage that I so desperately needed to experience as a kid. And it has been the work of a lifetime and a dream come true for me, and I thank all of you. All right, so now, as they have mentioned their unemployment status many times tonight, we're going to be touring the U.S. There's going to be a lot of tour dates that are being announced. I know it's like if you go on our website, you're like, you only have 2. It's like, we have a lot, actually. We're going to be in D.C. We're going to be back in Chicago. We're going to Boston. We're going to L.A. We're going to a lot of different places. And we're going to show everybody the transformative nature of art, because it's desperately what this country needs right now. So, there are a few people I need to thank. Obviously, the great crew here and the staff at Stage 42. You've made this a wonderful home. Thank you all so much for letting me be here. Thank you to all of our vendors and my wonderful investors and co-producers who've made this dream come true and kept us going. We could not have done it without you. And then especially, this is my moment to thank my management team who've been amazing to work with and have kept me going. So first off, Michael Fell, our director, thank you for accepting the challenge. Shelby Riley, my associate producer. Your hard work and loyalty has been invaluable to keeping me and this show going. Thank you to Duncan Northern, our production manager, for sticking by my side from thick and thin, all the way going back to Pops, which I produced. Heather Shields, my friend and our general manager. I don't know what I would have done without you. You were there for me at the moment that I needed you most. And then finally, this all started in my attic 3 days into the pandemic when I decided that people were going to need was entertainment during a dark time. My best friend, Caroline Prue, who left us a year ago, left her mark on every aspect you see here, and I miss her every day, wherever you are, Caroline. And then finally, my husband, Jacob Thompson, who he answered the call to adventure 20 years ago and has every day since. It's impossible to explain fully, but he is the unsung hero of this entire story, and he's the glue that has kept this all together. If you all could, let's give Jacob a huge round of applause. Thank you, New York, thank you.
Everybody! Now, when the protective aura of the creator and executive producer leaves you, suddenly you realize you are face to face with a demon who unleashes a psychic attack upon you, and your world warps.
My head!
Now, in order to resist this attack, take those phones out. We're going to rely on all of you to save our heroes.
Yes, we are doing another full group multi-click. Remember, that button will appear in your goals for your collective taps to lay the bar above that line up there. If you do, our heroes will be spared, and if you don't, I'm causing some pain. So on my mark, get set, go!
They didn't teach us about this in class!
Y'all are locked in, and I respect it. Seizing the advantage this attack creates, the demon escapes, racing underground towards Guacamole's tomb.
Eggplant!
Listen, we can get him back. I know we can.
He might be too far gone at this point. Did you see what the Havoc did to him? Lifted him straight into the sky!
I will say this. The Havoc was in my body once. I felt it inside me, inside the very marrow of my bones. I thought I was lost to it. And yet, here I am, speaking to you. I feel like I've missed something, and my assumption is it's probably sexual.
I'm next to her in college. Don't worry, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, but the Havoc really filled you up.
Yes, I found myself satisfied. Content to just lie there.
Isn't that the danger? This Havoc, it makes us complacent. Makes us think that the world, twisted as it might be, should be left the way it is.
Indeed.
Don't tell me you're gonna get into the Havoc too.
I am not. I was resigned when I was in its clutches, but now that I am my own agent once more, I am compelled to fight for all of us.
Yeah!
Have you gathered the 6 items that I asked you to?
No!
Just like in college, we did 5 out of the 6 assignments.
5 is good. We'll gather the final one on the way. Now, allow me to explain the ritual we will perform once we find the tomb. Years ago, the first ritual was performed with 6 powerful artifacts. The original artifacts were these. From the orcs, the Ring of Giant Strength. From the halflings, a reflex-enhancing tool, the Speed Flint. From the dwarves, a protective piece of armor, the Unyielding Helm. From the gnomes, a strange ocular device, the Spectacles of Saints Viewing. From the elves, an insightful book, the Tome of the Sage. And from the humans, a piece of currency that they didn't even realize had magical properties, but they were like, oh, we really want to be in the ritual. And everybody else was like, fine. The coin of incidental luck. The items that you have gathered, they will evoke the power of the original artifacts as long as you activate them in the same order. My life essence, it will provide a channel, a conduit for this ritual.
No!
That's okay. Weak items will drain me. Should I die, and it is a possibility, the ritual fails automatically.
No.
I am prepared for this sacrifice. Do not think for a moment you can keep me from my destiny.
Oh.
If that is what is called for.
Okay.
Now,
Destiny can be changed, can it not?
of course it can be changed, but you are so young. You have your lives ahead of you. Allow me to do this one job.
Okay, Boomer.
What does that mean?
I noticed you have the Booming Blade spell, so, you know. Your legacy precedes you. Oh, graduate of Waterdeep Tech,
Listen,
class of 73.
we know.
But I took some gap years, so that's not how old.
Yeah. That was a storied year. That's the year Gilgamesh graduated too.
Look, we know that you were valedictorian. We know that you have great accomplishments, and look, if this is what it takes to be a hero, we'll do it.
Sacrificing everything.
May I
Sacrificing taco, yes.
speak simply?
Speak plain.
My accomplishments during college were nothing except how they prepared me to lead life afterwards. The future is unknowable, and that is terrifying.
Yeah.
But in the unknown, there is an infinitude of possibilities. Paul, I know you're nervous. It's okay to be nervous.
I'm just kind of scared, man. I mean,
You have to be scared because it's your life. You're living in first-person view, but trust me, as an old man who's been around the block enough to know, you're gonna be okay. I promise.
thank you, Taco.
My, how times have changed. With that, you make your way underground, the havoc pooling around your bodies as you venture deeper and deeper into the chaos.
Just flex your knees, Paul. Come on.
Hey, Paul, what's going on?
Barry? Svesta? I'm sorry, I misled you. I never graduated.
I know I walked at commencement, but that's all I did. I walked. Paul was the one John was the one who took all the classes. John was the one who studied for the tests. I'm just nothing.
Wow.
I'm a pair of feet in a pair of shoes.
No, you're not.
Barry, you don't have to pretend anymore. I know that I couldn't quite. Barry, I love you.
Walking in that trench coat, I was like, that's a guy who's got it all figured out. Everything seemed like it was going your way.
Wait.
You were wonderful, impassioned, beautiful.
Now you listen to me. Do you want to know why I'm wearing this big coat?
Because you got big muscles?
No,
I'll stay out of this one. Y'all should just talk.
because I saw a handsome, top-heavy man in a big coat, and I thought, God damn, if I could get him to look at me just once.
No, Gary. I was always looking, always sneaking hidden glances through the slitted vents of this coat. All those times we played footsie under the table in the library. Don't, if we start, I don't know if I'll be able to stop.
I know, okay boomer and all that. Please don't actually start having sex right this minute.
Tonight,
Oh, there they go. I don't know, but I should intervene. Should I intervene? I don't know.
it's less Tomb of Havoc and more an American Pie.
Look. Now, don't get me wrong. I am so happy for the two of you.
It's been building up over the years.
Yeah. It was a real will they, won't they, all through college.
Well, they have. Listen, I don't want to introduce anxiety into this budding relationship, but allow me to urge caution. See, a goblin and a halfling can get pregnant, and
Oh, good, I slept through this class. Please fill me in. Everything I know about sex ed, I learned through listening through Spezza's walls.
What is a uterus?
What's a diaphragm for?
Oh, I have a diagram to show you.
friends, the closer.
I would give anything to see Stomp's from memory diagram of a diaphragm.
Here's the gag. I think a vagina looks like the plant from Little Shop. So, as far as I know, it
Plant
also
from Little Shop.
I have no idea.
A plan for Little Shop, let me see more.
Friends!
If you get together with Barry, it'll be somewhere that's green.
Don't you understand? It's caution that I urge, just caution. You see, the closer we get to the heart of the havoc, the more chaotic the surrounding magic will transform this world. And to reflect this unpredictability in the weave, Stomp is going to explain how the clitoris works.
So imagine the game Bop It. And you can twist it, you can pull it, flick it.
That's not how singers explained it to me.
And then when you're done, you pass it to your friend.
I know I'm from Chicago, but that's a whole different way of flicking the bean, man.
No, in fact, what we will use instead to explain this chaotic instability in our world is a little something that we like to call the chaos chart.
So at various moments for the rest of the quest, a D100 is going to be rolled, and an effect will activate much like a wild magic table. Some effects will be helpful, some will be harmful, and some are going to be just outright silly because I got martini drunk the other day.
Here's our first roll.
We got babe.
And it is a 7-0-7.
D. Okay, that is going to be right here. That's callback.
This is a good one.
This is great.
Anyone on stage at any moment for the rest of the quest can summon an NPC that we have met earlier in our... Now, taking stock of your location, you notice that there are several paths leading underground.
Unfortunately, our last audience really beefed it, so you've been put on the hardest path we have, so best of luck.
Yes, you emerge into a dome stone room. The acoustics are so specific, every sound reverberates exponentially. Every footstep, every breath reverberates in your bones. Give me our final NPC's name. I heard Tostada. Sticking with the theme. Now,
Can't wait to meet you.
we've introduced an NPC, so I'll ask you to give it up one more time, New York City, for the one and only Will Champion! It's in your hands, Leon.
Hello, darlings.
Oh, Tostada.
Tostada, how does a clitoris work?
We've been trying to figure it out for hours.
Mr. Clean, I don't think he knows.
You beseech the great Tostada, builder of Waterdeep Tech Academy for Adventurers.
Wait, you're the Tostada!
The founder?
I don't know how many other Tostadas you know.
At least four of my brothers are named Tostada.
List them. Just four of your brothers?
Tostada 1, Tostada 2, Tostada 3, Tostada 5. Where's the fourth one?
You shouldn't eat. You should eat before you name your children. Now, you are here before me, and I believe you are alumni, yes?
Yeah, we have our signet rings on right here.
And so you read the three words, the virtues inscribed into every alumnus who passes through. Tenacity.
Sorry, I was just taking notes.
So we can do that if you want. Tenacity.
Tenacity.
Brilliance.
Brilliance.
And dignity.
Dignity.
And so I see potential vessels of these virtues in all three of you. Tenacity. Brilliance.
Yes, continue, Tostada.
Dignity. What brings you to my final resting place?
You know, we studied the hidden chambers that were supposed to be built under Waterdeep Tech. I thought they were just a myth, but the legends they spoke of an item of great arcane knowledge hidden
yes,
here.
indeed. It is what keeps my spirit still living.
Oh.
I have waited many a century to bequeath it to alumni worthy of the title.
Bequeath?
So we are talking about the clitoris.
Yeah!
I still have too many questions.
I fear that's a whole class we should have taught at the college.
It wasn't one of the gen eds. You had to sign up for that as a superlative.
Now, no. Enough nonsense. If you come seeking my item, my fabled treasure, you will need to prove to me that you are indeed worthy of these virtues.
Yes, please, we want your item.
Yes, I can prove my tenacity.
And my brilliance.
And my ass.
Well, gentlemen, you're an esteemed dungeon master in your own right. Let's talk mechanics. How would you propose that they go about proving their worth?
Well, if we need all three virtues represented, I need kind of a group skill check here.
I agree.
You're wearing the hat. Tell us what the collective DC is going to be.
Collected DC, the combined total from all three rolls, 40.
Okay.
That's hot shit.
Let's see it.
May I make one more addendum?
Of course.
There are... You said it.
No. I am not looking for a lower court's opinion.
If there are three virtues, I need 3 separate checks.
I agree.
No duplicates.
One acknowledging each of the virtues you bestowed upon me.
Indeed.
Very good. So with John Paul was tenacity?
What does tenacity mean?
Like doggedness.
Doggedness, like earnestness, relentless pursuit.
Yes.
I could see that being like in athletics.
Sure.
I'm not metagaming because I have a +0 to this.
Great. That is a 6. Very good.
So perhaps your friends can carry a little weight for you.
Your brilliance, says that.
So I think that being able to be brilliant is a matter of perspective. So being able to assess any situation, being insightful, is a way to be brilliant.
I'm here for it.
Okay, great.
Plus 6. There's 31.
So we just need a 9.
And
Let's talk about dignity.
Yes, I would argue that I've always had tucked away a quiet dignity. So this is stealth.
In this moment, I look at you, my friend. It is your challenge. How do you feel?
Let me just see how this standing right here feels for a second.
Look at this Marvel end credit scene bullshit.
Stealth? I'll allow it.
I would never in a million years tolerate. You're a kind fellow.
I got my very lovely patron's dice back. We're gonna do this again.
Oh, it's gonna be a 1. For 427 has shown whole. And that 20 on stealth and dignity. What is this term, you teeth counting bastard?
This has been the silliest, most fulfilling, most fun fucking year of my life. And this is to show and haul with quiet dignity. Okay, that's 25, nerd.
Bringing our total to 56.
Did we pass? Is there a curve on this class?
Put your rings together.
Show me what a 56 looks like.
We put our rings together.
I stop off for a second, you see.
Captain Planet appears.
He's our hero.
Yes, but of a slightly different planet for copyright reasons, I'm Captain Planet of Uranus. Well done.
You see here an avatar of everything we learned at Waterdeep Tech.
I could not be more proud of you,
Join
my
us in the
students.
fist group.
The fisting.
As Tostada together begins to turn to little motes of dust and light. This glowing ball emerges from her chest. I bequeath to you my sacred treasure.
Bequeath?
I need to choose my words more carefully the next time I'm dungeon mastering on this stage. You have received a very powerful item indeed. I've never done this before. You received the Doom's Week clock. I used it to build the college, to ensure it would last for time immemorial. Now you are the bearer of its knowledge. Go forth, take what you have learned.
He's turning to dust.
Tostada?
And preserve the adventuring way of life for generations to come.
Do we have to donate money to the Alumni Association?
No, that's a fucking scam.
Everybody better lose your fucking mind for Will Champion! Knowing in this moment you have been touched by greatness, and you make your way deeper underground, but the influences of the havoc on this underground maze are many. Taco says, "Oh, look out, heroes! More bullshit in the weave." The chaos chart activates once more. 30.
3-0. All right.
Even numbers.
Hold on, I love it. It's great. No, that's going to be
Your favorite
multi-ball.
Okay. Here's the deal. Everyone, at random, give me 3 numbers between 0 and 100.
No. Sorry. The 3 of them.
Diego, what do you got?
My lucky number, 14.
14.
SS's favorite number, 69.
100.
All right, these are scrambled. We do not know what they are, but we are going to activate each of these in turn.
Okay, 14 is Chaos Gremlin.
Means any one of you can call for another roll of the chaos chart at any point for the rest of our quest. Moving to 69.
69, that is going, actually 69 is going to be, oh, that's my favorite one. That's Aristophanes and Toad.
Immediately, toads begin to rain down from the sky.
My children! And 100 is, that's all, folks.
So this one's a little bittersweet, and I know you were expecting a bit more, but that's all, folks. Marks the end of the show.
Warriors, let me hear you roar!
Dancers, make some noise!
Listeners, I fucked up!
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight at the 20-sided Tavern.
And have a really nice night.
Look at that! We're in the first off-Broadway revival of the 20-sided Tavern.
We've got a dance back!
You can't get rid of us that easy.
Yeah, like glitter.
Oh.
Things are beginning to unravel.
Can I share something with you?
Anything, please give me guidance, Taco.
The whole thing about being valedictorian of my class,
Yeah.
I actually didn't graduate either.
Wait a minute, you didn't graduate either?
I didn't. I just felt like I was ready. I was full of hubris, perhaps, but also I made of my life what I needed to make of it.
Oh, you're so accomplished, so successful.
Look, I made one decision after the next. It was like walking left foot, then right foot, and in the beginning I didn't know what I was doing, and it terrified me. Every morning I woke up and I dreaded the fact that I had a whole day's worth of decisions to make. But slowly I came to trust myself more and more, and it's not that it got easier,
Yes, that is the correct. Yes, so sweet nothings. I have got to get the 4 of you to the world's ending horror, the terrifying abyss of you. We have got people to save. We've got a world to take care of, so let's go.
You know what I want.
Yeah, I got a bit.
I want you to step behind that DM screen and do...
Crashing down around you! You are going to have to hold them up, and the path ahead will be blocked, and I'm going to be forced to do damage. So, we are doing another full group multi-click, getting our collective taps above that line. Ready, set, go! Past the rubble into the next chamber safely. But you know what? In front of you, you sense that there's a pool of viscous, bubbling liquid. You are going to need to traverse over a path of stones, but we're going to have to do so extremely carefully, so we're going to switch things up into a full group over-under, getting our collective taps still in between those two lines. Ready, set, go! Across the stones away from this peril. But then in front of you, the path ahead of you splits, and you are presented with two intriguingly distinct, separate options. The Havoc has latched onto you. It knows that you are recent graduates. So what's that? To the east, you see unpaid internships. And to the west, what's that? Ramen noodles. We're going to do a time of war here. We're going to choose a side and not stop tap until the election is over. So what's it going to be? West for noodles, east for internship. Ready, set, go! You'd rather have high sodium intake than not work for money, so we're gonna go try the noodles! Very good! Let's see how this whimsy has affected you and who's gonna suffer from it. Fabulous! That is all of you. Every single one of you, the wizard included, you have all become charmed, which functionally means, moving forward, enemies will focus on all of you and have advantage against you all.
What if we just took a gap year from working? Maybe we should just give in to the havoc, lay down, let it wash over us.
No.
It would be easier. You've been out of school for but a day, and the road has been long and hard. But my friends, graduation is just a ceremony. But there is a very real, very tangible way that you might know and feel that you are in a different place as adventurers. And that's it. No, there's a feeling inside you. It's not written on a certificate. It is a sensation of trust, confidence, and hope.
You see, your successes on this journey have far outweighed your failures, and your party
has leveled up!
Character from level 6 to level 7 would boost your hit point, spell slot, and some newly unlocked abilities depending on your class. So, yay, you got your masters. What's one thing Jean-Paul got?
I got stillness of mind, which allows me to end an effect that is causing me to be charmed or frightened.
Get to that in a minute. I can thunderclap back now.
And I have levitate so that I don't have to be just a little guy anymore.
Venture forward, more certain of yourselves than you have ever been before. The underground room into which you emerge is immense. Your skin begins to crawl immediately. An empty cavernous space, and yet your attention is drawn to the one object within. The tomb of Havoc itself.
It's
hovering above the ground. Tendrils of that purple smoke entwining it in helixes, running over and over. Carvings and runes surround this vessel. The Havoc is at its strongest here, so the Chaos chart activates once more. Looks like a 52.
52.
Weeks in the year.
That is going to be, that's Freaky Friday.
Excellent. Let me roll a D4. Oh, what a treat. Speaking to the actors, Diego and Jasmine. You will be switching characters. Jasmine will now be playing John Paul, and Diego will be playing Zvezda.
Yeah, I want the crown of thorns.
I love when I I put one of my children in drag for the first time.
Who looks great in it?
He's got the body for it. It's a great line on him.
Yeah, the hips are doing him some favors.
I got a little drag daughter and a drag son. And a drag berry.
As far as the narrative in-world, it is nothing but the briefest flashes of a sensation. Your bodies tingle, like puberty, in new and interesting ways. You find... Oh, yes.
Oh my God, John Paul, you're so fucking hot.
It was about time you did that.
Stepping out from behind the tomb, staggering, in fact, stumbling, you see a familiar face.
My love.
It's me. I don't know where that force of evil has gone.
Then let's take this opportunity and get out of here. Come on,
You
we
wish-
can run away.
With me,
Back to the library to study for tests we'll never take.
but I'm worthless to you,
You've never
Svesta.
been worthless. Sweet, sweet man. I wouldn't have passed school without you.
No, don't say it if you don't mean it.
I mean it, baby.
Ironically, that happened to me.
So easy to manipulate. So desperate to be loved.
I know you're in there!
Chaos shirt.
Well, it's up.
And I got your hair
Wait a second.
wrong.
45.
45. That is going to be legend, wait for it, daring.
Svesta, your next attack will automatically succeed. Oh, but look at you. So young. So dumb.
I'm not dumb.
John Paul.
You're not dumb.
Really? You think that the simple, and he shoves Svesta. Swivel of your hips can do anything to protect you. Oh, it's a scary world out there, John Paul. And if you think Waterdeep Tech has prepared you in the slightest, you are about to be sorely mistaken.
Don't let him talk to you that way, John Paul.
Yeah, or
Yes.
just make you sore.
Threats. And at this time, the wizard has been slowly sneaking up on the apprentice.
Hi. What's up?
Very clever, Barry.
Would you like a pocket tooth?
Instantaneously, the demon turns and shoots a bolt of energy at the wizard, striking him into the chest, sending him flying into the cave wall and knocking him out cold.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, it's like back in my dorm room.
You'll need a bit more than just simple tricks to rid yourselves of me. And with this, the demon, with a resounding blow, strikes the stone sarcophagus in the center of the room, threatening to unleash the havoc everywhere. A final examination, we'll call it. One last test. You pass, you live. You fail, you die. And as a solitary wisp of purple smoke makes its way through the crack in the tomb, the demon reaches out and draws it into his body. His bones begin to snap, each vertebra in turn. He curls into a ball and then swirls around in a cyclone of this purple smoke. He is transforming himself once more, shifting his shape, but I don't decide what he turns into. Stomp.
Yeah, before we set out on our quest, we solicited from all of you nouns and adjectives, and these are to help us generate our big bad evil guy at the end of the campaign. So to find out what our heroes are facing, I am turning to your suggestions. Our heroes will be going up against a radioactive sloth.
You think you can min-max me by picking a sloth? Bring it on, Stomp. Please build me a stat block for this creature. My friends, the demon's transformation is complete, and now a new evil stands before you. Noble patrons of the 20-sided tavern, I introduce to you for the first, and in more ways than one, final time, your truly unique creation, the radioactive skeletal sloth. And as you face down this terrifying creature, we gotta roll for initiative. All right, John Paul, what do you got?
That's gonna be 4 plus 4.
Okay, for an 8, Jasmine. Zvezda.
That is a 16 flat.
16, very.
Magic dice, do your thing. 7 plus 2. We had a good run.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with a +5 for my modifier. 5 plus 5 for a 10. So Zvezda will be going first. However, I believe I'd like to take a lair action, attacking all 3 of you at once. Let's picture this creature together. There's a pillar of stone hanging broken from the ceiling of this chamber, upon which hangs, by giant irradiated claws, this long skeletal figure. It turns its head ever so slowly to face you. You see just bits of that glowing green pearlescent bone where its eyes should be 2 large glowing amethyst stones. The creature. Facing each of the 3 of you in turn.
Oh.
Let's see. Who's played Fallout recently? Have you taken your rataways in time? Everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I have let the magic of one of the Chaos Chart rolls dissipate. We have had our warrior and spellcaster switch back.
Amazing.
All right, what kind of roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Con save, I got a +2 to Constitution.
Okay, great.
That is a 14 plus 2 for a sweet 16.
I'm going to write down the DC here so no one thinks that I'm cheating.
Good card.
Okay. Woo. 11 plus nothing.
Oh.
Okay, 16, 11, and?
8 plus 5 for 13. However, I would like to call back one NPC to stand in front of Zvezda and take this hit.
I think I know who it's about to be. Let's hear it.
You calling that bitch Terry back?
You calling that
Cassidy Sledge. Alright, so Maddie, what I will need from you is a bit of narrative justification for how you do this.
Yes.
Before you do, let me just reveal, you rolled a 16, an 11, and a...
13.
A 13.
Okay, the DC that I've written down was a 17.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, you will all fail. It's yours.
Okay, so in this moment, I just have this moment of intuition. I know to trust my goblin gut, and I feel that Zvezda, in particular, is in danger. So summoning as an arcane artillerist, I summon some of that arcane energy, and I think to the one person who could use a lesson in humility and in collective community action, and based purely on instinct, I say, Terry with it
Oh my god, where the hell am I?
all! Terry!
Hi.
Oh my god, hey guys, what's up?
Remember when you said we were second place?
Yeah?
Wonderful. Since you're so proud of being first place, you will take first place in this next attack.
Lady. What?
is directly in the path of the irradiated sloth, taking the full brunt of this attack. Bits of this radioactive matter waft into the room, hitting you, John Paul, and you, Barry. Zvezda, you have been protected by the direct body block from Terry with an eye. You are spared, but your two friends will each take 18 points of damage.
Oh no, my friends are injured. I don't care about Terry.
With that, we come to the top of initiative. Zvezda, you're up. What are you going to do?
I can either get him in the trees or I can get him on the ground.
All right, spellcasters, A to get them in the trees, B to get them on the ground. It's your choice.
Hey!
You're going to get them in the trees.
Yeah, this is a thunderclap, baby.
All right, level 7 spell here. What's it going to be?
So that's a DC 15 con save that you're gonna make.
Okay, my constitution is a plus.
Okay, I need y'all to know how you sound like nothing when you do that.
They make a good point.
What?
Zvezda's next attack automatically succeeds. Congratulations, Zvezda. Roll damage.
Oh wait, actually too, but before I do that, I was going to use mirror image.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll damage, but also while I'm rolling damage, I would like my mirror image, Anjali Bhavani, to come up here.
Take it away, you two. The floor is yours.
Okay, so, oh hey girl.
Oh, hey, girl.
Okay, so like we practice?
Yes, just like we practiced. Okay, you ready?
1, 2, 3.
And that's a thunder clap.
So good.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you.
I
You
know,
look so
right?
pretty right now.
Stop it, you look so pretty right
No,
now.
stop it.
No, you stop it.
No, okay, stop.
Okay, we did 11 points of damage.
Incredible. You said 11 points?
Yeah.
With Anjali here, it's going to be 11 points from each of the Zvezdas. But now it is my turn. And I am not going to leave this run without at least trying to take out a character.
Great.
Barry, who is charmed, your AC is a 16.
Yep.
I will roll to attack with a... I didn't hear what that was, and that seems fine to me. I'm going to roll to attack with these new dice that were given to me because I haven't gotten that crit yet.
Okay.
Plus 5, coming for a 16. If you know anything about me, you know that booze give me strength. I dare you. I dare you. I'll take the 19. Alright, let me roll a little bit of damage here. I'm going to roll enough that your death is possible here. I'm going to roll 2 d10s plus my dexterity modifier.
I feel like that's what God does to me every morning. I'm gonna roll enough so that your death is possible.
Just if anything happens, I want you to have my collection of teeth.
But Barry, you've been collecting these all through college, all through your post-grad adventures.
Who do you think I was collecting them for?
What? We'll give you the teeth. And when you make him back safely, I'm gonna give you the
You have so much time to move. Turn around, bright eyes.
With these skeletal, rotting claws, it swipes you right across the nape of your neck, exposing the top of your spinal cord, and you take 11 points. Bringing us up to you, Barry. It is your turn. How will you retaliate?
Well, first and foremost, that was a melee attack, correct?
Correct?
Repulsion armor, immediate buff. You get blasted back 10 feet.
Damn.
Actually, I'm gonna do one better because that was slick. It's 15.
Yeah, you can blast about 15 feet, and canonically there's a wall there, and you get hit, you take damage.
Okay, now you're gonna need me for that. Canonically, there is a wall there.
I fly back into the wall. The sloth smooshes right into the soft belly of the wizard, smushing him further into the stone wall.
Oh
Yeah, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
no! I'll just take those hit points from the old man.
Which, having done that, I look around weak, and I realize, like always, I need my friends. I love my friends. So I could either uplift the people I love, or I could show him if that's a frog in my pants or I'm just happy to see him.
You can A, uplift the people you love, or you can B, show them if there's a frog in your pants or if you're just happy to see them. It is your choice.
I would prefer...
Ribbit for her pleasure! Alright, it's B!
Talk to us, man, Murphy.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my level 7 spell, Levitate. Constitution saving throw of DC 14, except I'm not casting it on myself. I'm casting it on all the frogs I have in my pants.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I don't think you're going to suspect it. As I'm on the ground, and you are looking at me, all of these frogs in my pants are raising up into the air. It's the age of the little green guys.
So, if the frogs fail, that means you succeed.
Yes, that is correct. Basically turning these frogs into tiny meteorites.
Alright.
All the little green guys in the
Why don't you do this? Let's make it a little more exciting. If you're using them as meteorites, let's just flavor this like it's a spell attack. So why don't you roll with your spellcasting modifier and see if it hits?
Great, so then...
If you're amenable to that, man.
I would love that because I have a very high spellcasting modifier.
So if we're flavoring that way... Alright, go ahead.
Plus 6.
Yeah, great roll.
With the dice. 7 plus 6 for a 13.
So here's the deal. You are close. You are so close that I am willing to be bargained with and allow you to succeed here. But there will be a cost, a sacrifice, I might say.
I will do it.
You don't even know what it is.
It doesn't matter if it protects my friends. I'll do it. And my tooth collection will be safe.
You are, let's be just very explicit about this, going to ante up your remaining 3 hit points to ensure that this succeeds. You've used your reroll. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Let's see how this plays out.
That's so many!
How long have you been pants stashing frogs?
Wait, does this mean you're not happy to see me?
Baby girl, I'm always happy to see you. Always half-mast. Alright, so with that, what happens is, as he takes focus, if you could help, everyone can help me paint this picture. So I'm here, I'm wounded. And as I look weak, and I look at my friends, I realize that there's no question at all. The choice is simple. And as I look into that sloth's eyes and say, hey, hey, nerd. And I'm drawing a spell behind my hands. I cast Levitate. Without the sloth realizing it, all of the frogs levitate up into the air, 30 feet. And then they come down like meteors, all upon him, striking everyone. And this is a powerful spell in which you would take 3d8 of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, this is why we wanted to do it. Totaling 20 points.
Maddie Murphy, join me here. I told you you would be anteing up your remaining 3 hit points. Here's how this is going to work. You don't automatically die. You will put those chips on the table and flip this coin. Yes means you survive. No means you do, in fact, lose those 3. This is a final decision. There's no coming back from it. Come give it a flip. Yes, you survived. Rain down.
Can we do rock, paper, scissors instead?
Popping, absolutely not. The frogs smash through. Ribs of this creature go flying, and it collapses in a heap. One paw driving right through Barry's back.
His titanium spine. Oh no.
A couple things are going to happen at the same time. Mechanically speaking, Barry will be operating for the rest of our quest as a ghost. But I want to give you a moment to address the death that just took place. The scene is yours.
That's so nice of a sloth.
Barry, it's all right, buddy. Just don't. Oh, jeez. You know how you're supposed to really move someone very fast after they have a back injury, right?
Can I speak to Paul?
Yeah. Hold it.
Quick, shake me around a lot, that'll help.
I'm ready.
My love,
Barry.
today has truly been the best day of my life. Not just because I spit a tooth into Mr. Clean's mouth.
You always wanted to do that. It was on your bucket list.
Because I graduated with the three greatest people in my life.
It's all right. I'm just here.
And I got to die in the arms of the person I love.
You're not gonna die. It's gonna be okay, all right, Barry?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
It's been a long time, and I'm wondering if maybe it was enough for me to cure wounds.
Now, but John Paul, you are up.
All right.
Barry has left you, and now you have a chance to act. What would you like to do?
We could either have one final graduation ceremony or the 20-year reunion of the class of 2025.
Warriors, will you have one final graduation ceremony, or will you see the reunion class of year 2025? It's your choice.
It's gonna be B, babe. What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
I wouldn't have gotten this far if it hadn't been for all the people in college who helped me out. Our professor, the founder, even our rivals over at Baldur's Gate University. So presenting the Waterdeep Tech Class of 2025!
Roll for whatever this is.
No, they're here. It's an auto 6.
All right,
yes.
Ancestral Protectors, baby.
This is Ancestral Protectors.
This is all the protectors of ancestors, those who are here now, those who came before, and those who will always remain. Graduating, Barry Von Goblin Tooth. 227
Give it up for the cast and crew of the 27th Tavern! That's some Marvel Endgame shit right there.
I cannot tell if I just lived through someone's worst nightmare or their greatest fantasy. But with 427 points of damage, the radiated skeletal sloth explodes into smithereens. Congratulations, New York City. This combat has been a success. After the gore settles, oh, that was freaky deaky.
Eggplant, you're okay.
Hey, Spencer, I don't regret what I said earlier. I don't. Oh my God, a ghost? Is this like a Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Swayze, like a?
Oh, yeah. I think Barry's just gonna be around for a while.
Okay. Well, if we make it out of here, I can't assume we have a long life ahead of us. So I would like to ask you on a date at your earliest possible convenience.
I'm very into it. I just have one caveat.
Yeah.
I am in an open relationship with Mr. Clean. And I just want to see if you're okay with that.
Okay with it? I'm rock hard. So, it is in this moment that the wizard also rises from his incapacitated state.
Taco, I thought your soft shell wouldn't be able to maintain this.
I'm so sorry, friends. I hate to rush you forward, but our work is not yet complete. We must bind the havoc. Now you have gathered your items, and now the ritual must be fulfilled directly within the source of the sarcophagus. In the tomb itself. With this, the wizard removes the stone top, and a plume of corrupted magic wafts into the room around you. I hope your search was fruitful and your memory clear. Any misplaced items will prove disastrous. My life will serve as a conduit for your success. Feeling pretty good about that, HP bar. But it will suffer from your failures. And the wizard slices open his palm. With a drop of blood, the ritual bursts to life. This is your final challenge. Can you recall the order of the initial ritual? Will your items be magical enough? Let's find out. Which item came first in the original binding? It's your choice. Oh, have you seen the show before?
The ring!
What do you have for the Ring of Giant Strength?
I have the earring of huge musculature, and I will use it to bind the havoc.
The first item is correct. Your companion's essence is fair. The ritual continues. What came next?
It's okay. We're gonna find a nice little hill overlooking the city.
The flint!
What do you have for the speed flint?
I have the needle we took off Toothless Terry, and I use it to bind the havoc.
Oh, maybe a little cocky. Okay. It's not a powerful item. Taco winces, but there is further to go. What came next?
Leslie, you were always the best of us. Thank you for being my friend.
The helm!
What do you have for the unyielding helm?
Barry's favorite thing in the whole world, this radioactive tooth, and I use it to bind the havoc.
Another powerful item. You are halfway there. What came next?
Hold them for me.
Okay.
Be careful. Use gentle.
The spectacle!
What do you have for the spectacles of planes viewing?
I have the goggles of good looking, and I use it to bind the havoc.
You sense the positive shift. You correctly select this item. What came next?
The tome!
What do you have for the Tome of the Sage?
I have the Doomsweet clock, and I use it to bind the havoc.
Another success. The magic of the ritual brightens. What came next? In fact, what came last?
You know,
Coin.
We have to coordinate then what?
the world can seem so big. With friends like you and Barry and everyone we've met on our journeys, it can make this world easier to handle. So we have the free drink token, and we use it to bind the havoc!
Breathe a sigh of relief. The ritual is complete. Your surroundings glow. The magic around you swells. Chaos and order battle for power. Ancient energies swirl in a thrilling contest. The weave itself feels like it might crash in on you. And as the air grows brighter, your surroundings grow more unstable. And there's one final flash of noise and light and wireless, and then giggles infiltrate the cavern. Laughter. You flash back to the most positive memories you have of love. And then silence. This is where our story comes to an end. But endings are deceptive. Aren't they? Because that's the thing about stories. They get told and retold and retold. They weave together into this great evolving tapestry. One that brings us comfort in chaos. One that reminds us that other people have been where we are, that we are not alone, that we do not have to face the monsters alone. These stories tell us that we are not as strange or silly as we maybe sometimes think that we are. They remind us of our community, of our family, of our home. They remind us of the people who have left us, who live on in us as we move through the world, a product of the stories that they have told us. It proves to us that we are bound together, that our fates are intertwined, whether we like it or not, that we have a responsibility to fight for one another, to fight for the world that we want to live in. So endings are tricky. They're not always the full stop that we sometimes think they are. So how about just this chapter, just the end of this chapter in New York, in Waterdeep? Well, congratulations. You bound the havoc. We went off on a high note. The primordial force, it struggles against your magical intrusion, but it's ultimately laid to rest. The sanctity of Faerun is assured, though there's just going to be a splash of that unknown that will always keep the future unpredictable. And yeah, it may be scary, but maybe we are ready for that scary and unpredictable. You've created a world to be proud of. And in this world, what was the fate of our valiant heroes?
30 years later, on the campus of Waterdeep Tech, John Paul lived up to his superlative. He was the world's greatest fighter, not because he fought for fame or fortune, because he fought for those he loved, for those who meant something. And with all the prize money he acquired over his 3 decades in the ring, John Paul was able to finally make a contribution to the Alumni. And he stands before a new building on the campus, the Barry Von Goblintooth School of Orthodontics.
Svedsta was grateful for everything she learned along the way, mostly sexual health. So she started a really lovely relationship with Eggplant and Mr. Clean. And also invited John Paul so he wouldn't be lonely. And all the NPCs they met along the way. They had a beautiful polycule. And Barry the Ghost watched.
I did. Mary Von Goblin Tooth watched his loves from afar and in various cup closets. But he realized in all his time as a little guy, he wasn't because he had big love the entire time. And he knew that in death, he didn't have to fight anymore. He could instead focus on bringing joy, knowledge of orthodontics, and riches to those who need a little pick-me-up from time to time. So in his spiritual form, he enters the homes of anyone who's lost a tooth.
All our little Kirans. What adventure will you go on next? One where you vanquish evil and battle your own chaotic forces. One where you right the world's wrongs and protect those who come after you. This story, our journey, is over for now, but the tale of your own life continues however you choose to tell it. And I hope if you can take one thing from this quest, or even these 427 shows, it is this. Tomorrow's story is unwritten. You are its truest author.
And how will tomorrow's adventurers fare when they step into a land of your creation? Will they triumph in combat, or will they sit around the table with some of the greatest people they've ever known?
Will they suggest at every moment that they have sucked off one of your NPCs?
Will they be saved by those successes? Or will your failures usher people off into a world of everlasting chaos?
Well, that of course, altogether now, is a story for another day. I want to repeat something we have said over and over again, and it will continue to repeat until our lungs run dry because it's so true. You are what makes this show a community and a reality.